Sarah is 74 and lives in Florida. She used to enjoy her morning walks, but lately her legs have started to feel weak and heavy. At night, painful cramps would strike so badly that she often couldn't sleep. She assumed it was just part of aging, something she had to accept. But what if I told you that her nightly struggle wasn't simply age, but something far more preventable, hidden right inside her fruit basket? Weak legs, night cramps, or that heavy feeling in your calves aren't just normal signs of getting older. Research shows that over 60% of adults over 65 experience muscle cramps or leg weakness on a regular basis. The surprising truth? Many of them could ease these issues just by choosing the right fruits. That's why this video is so important. We're going to uncover everyday fruits that can bring strength back to your legs, boost circulation, and reduce painful cramps. Now let me ask you, have you ever felt your legs give out on you at the worst possible time? Type 1 in the comments if that's happened to you, or type 0 if you've never experienced it. I'd love to hear your stories. And before we get started, make sure you stay with me until the end, so you won't miss a single simple, science-backed tip to keep your body stronger and healthier every day. Have you ever heard someone say jackfruit is only good for its sweet taste? The truth is, this tropical fruit hides a powerful secret that can make your legs feel lighter and stronger. Jackfruit is packed with potassium, a mineral that balances electrolytes and prevents muscles from contracting too tightly. Researchers at Harvard have found that potassium-rich diets can reduce the risk of muscle cramps and weakness in older adults by up to 40%. That makes jackfruit more than just a snack. It's a natural muscle protector. Take Robert, for example. He's a 68-year-old retired bus driver from Texas. For years, he dealt with sudden calf cramps whenever he walked too far. Nights were even worse. Painful spasms often jolted him out of sleep. At first, he thought it was poor circulation, but tests showed his potassium levels were too low. Instead of relying only on supplements, Robert added jackfruit to his weekly meals, fresh when he could find it, frozen or dried when he couldn't. Within weeks, his nighttime cramps became less frequent, and his walks felt easier. His wife even joked that he moved like a man 10 years younger. But potassium isn't jackfruit's only gift. It's also rich in vitamin B6, which strengthens the connection between nerves and muscles, helping prevent weakness and numbness in the legs. A National Institutes of Health study found that seniors with higher B6 intake reported better coordination and fewer tingling sensations in their feet. On top of that, jackfruit is high in fiber, which supports blood flow and helps keep energy steady. Put it all together, and you've got a fruit that works on multiple levels to protect your legs. So, how can you use jackfruit in your daily routine? If fresh isn't available where you live, look for frozen or canned varieties packed in water, not syrup. Blend it into smoothies, add it to fruit salads, or roast it lightly as a side dish. The key is consistency. But before we move on, get ready. The next fruit might surprise you even more. It's small, sweet, and carries a hidden benefit most people don't know about. When you think of plums, you probably picture a juicy summer snack. But these little purple gems are far more powerful than they look, especially when it comes to keeping your legs strong and cramp-free. Like jackfruit, plums are rich in potassium, but what sets them apart is how quickly that potassium helps regulate muscle contractions. Research from the Mayo Clinic shows that adequate potassium intake can cut nighttime cramps in older adults by up to 35%, especially when paired with proper hydration. Take Janet, a 71-year-old grandmother from Ohio. She loved gardening, but her calves would tighten painfully after just half an hour. At first, she thought it was arthritis, but blood tests revealed her potassium levels were low. Instead of reaching for cookies or chips, she started snacking on 2 plums every afternoon. Within a month, she could garden longer without painful cramps. And as an added bonus, her blood pressure improved, since potassium-rich fruits like plums also support heart health and better circulation. But potassium is only part of the story. Plums are loaded with polyphenol, powerful antioxidants that protect blood vessels from damage. Healthy vessels mean better blood flow to your legs, reducing that heavy, tired feeling many older adults struggle with. In fact, A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that seniors who regularly ate polyphenol-rich fruits had not only stronger circulation but also better bone density. That's another hidden perk of plums. They help your bones stay firm and resilient, lowering the risk of frailty as you age. So how can you add plums into your daily routine? Fresh plums are fantastic in season. Slice them into your breakfast cereal, mix them into salads, or simply enjoy them as a snack. Plums may sound impressive, but the next fruit on our list does something unexpected. It doesn't just fight cramps. It actually helps your legs feel lighter, especially when the summer heat makes every step feel heavier. When temperatures rise, many older adults notice their legs feeling weak, swollen, or prone to cramping. A big reason: dehydration. And that's exactly where cantaloupe comes in. This bright orange melon is nearly 90% water, making it a natural way to keep your body hydrated while nourishing your muscles at the same time. According to the CDC, dehydration is one of the leading causes of muscle cramps in seniors, especially during hot weather or even after light physical activity. Take George, for example, a 73-year-old retired mechanic in Arizona. He loved his evening walks, but in the summer, his legs often felt like they weighed 100 pounds each. Sometimes, painful cramps forced him to sit on the curb until the pain eased. At his daughter's suggestion, George started adding more hydrating fruits to his diet. Every afternoon, he enjoyed a chilled bowl of cantaloupe. Within weeks, the change was remarkable. Fewer cramps, more evening energy, and even better sleep since his legs no longer woke him up at night. But hydration is only part of the story. Cantaloupe is also packed with potassium, which helps muscles contract and relax smoothly, and vitamin A, which protects muscle tissue from damage caused by oxidative stress. In fact, research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that diets high in carotenoids, the compounds that give cantaloupe its rich orange color, were linked to reduced muscle weakness in older adults. That means cantaloupe doesn't just refresh you, it actively supports the strength and endurance of your legs. So how can you enjoy it? Keep cubes of chilled cantaloupe in the fridge for a quick snack, blend it into a smoothie with yogurt for a hydrating breakfast, or eat it fresh after a walk. It's not even a solid fruit at all, but a natural drink that many athletes and older adults swear by for instant recovery. If you've ever watched athletes after a long run, you might notice they often grab a sports drink. But did you know there's a natural alternative that works just as well? And sometimes even better? Coconut water is often called nature's electrolyte drink. It's packed with potassium, magnesium, and sodium, the exact minerals your body needs to restore balance after sweating or losing fluids. A clinical study published in the Journal of Physiological Anthropology found that coconut water rehydrated participants just as effectively as a commercial sports drink, but without added sugars or artificial ingredients. The secret lies in its potassium content, which can actually be higher than that of a banana. Potassium works together with magnesium to regulate muscle contractions, while sodium helps replace what's lost through sweat. This trio makes sure your muscles relax properly, instead of tightening into painful spasms. A review from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition emphasized that electrolyte imbalance is one of the leading, but preventable, triggers of muscle weakness and cramps in older adults. Coconut water naturally helps close that gap. So, how can you use coconut water in daily life? You don't need to drink large amounts. Just 1 cup after a walk, gardening session, or light exercise can help. Many people enjoy mixing it with a splash of fresh fruit juice for extra flavor, or freezing it into ice cubes for smoothies. It's also a refreshing choice on hot days, when dehydration and salt loss make your legs feel heavy. And before we move on, let me ask, have you ever tried coconut water after exercise and felt the difference? Type 1 in the comments if you have, or 0 if you haven't yet. And don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Health and Fitness so you never miss the next simple but powerful tip. The next fruit on our list brings something equally impressive. With its creamy texture and healthy fats, it doesn't just prevent cramps. It actually improves blood circulation to your legs. When you think of avocados, you might picture guacamole at a summer picnic. But this creamy green fruit offers far more than flavor. It's a powerhouse for muscle health and circulation. Avocados are loaded with potassium and magnesium, the perfect duo for preventing nighttime cramps and keeping muscles contracting smoothly. In fact, research from the National Institutes of Health shows that diets higher in magnesium are strongly linked to fewer leg cramps in older adults, especially during sleep. Take Linda, a 69-year-old from New Mexico. She loved line dancing at her community center, but cramps in her calves often forced her to sit out halfway through. Her doctor explained that low magnesium and poor circulation were part of the problem. Instead of relying only on supplements, Linda began adding half an avocado to her breakfast 3 times a week. Within a month, she noticed her legs stayed relaxed during practice, and for the first time in years, she made it through a longer dance session without discomfort. She felt stronger, more confident, and thrilled to stay active with her friends. But the benefits don't stop there. Avocados also help protect against sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss that affects nearly 1 in 3 people over 60. Thanks to their mix of potassium, magnesium, and heart-healthy fats, avocados support muscle preservation, making it easier to stay active and independent as you age. So how can you add avocados into your day without getting bored? Spread them on whole grain toast for a hearty breakfast, slice them into salads, or blend them into smoothies for a creamy, dairy-free texture. You can even enjoy them plain with just a sprinkle of salt and pepper. The key is consistency. Eating avocado a few times a week can make a real difference in life. Since we're talking about classic, widely loved fruits, the next one is a familiar favorite. It's often called the anti-cramp fruit, and chances are you already have it sitting in your kitchen. If there's one fruit most people instantly connect with muscle health, it's the banana. Bananas are one of the easiest and most effective ways to keep your legs strong and free of painful spasms. Their high potassium content helps muscles contract and relax properly, preventing the sudden lockups that often strike at night or during activity. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, a single medium banana provides about 10% of your daily potassium needs, making it one of the most convenient sources of this vital mineral. Take Frank, a 72-year-old retired firefighter from Michigan. He loved fishing at the lake, but standing on the dock often left his calves cramping, forcing him to cut trips short. His doctor suggested a simple change: eat a banana before heading out. Frank gave it a try, and to his surprise, the cramps grew less frequent. Within weeks, he could stay longer on his feet and enjoy his hobby again. He even joked that bananas gave him a second career as a fisherman. But bananas do more than replenish potassium. They also contain vitamin B6, which supports communication between nerves and muscles, helping reduce tingling or numbness in the legs. On top of that, they provide easily digestible carbohydrates, offering quick energy for tired muscles. That's why athletes often grab one before or after exercise, and older adults can benefit in the same way. Bananas are also naturally low in sodium, making them heart-friendly while still delivering the nutrients your muscles crave. And they're incredibly versatile. Slice them into cereal, blend them into smoothies, or enjoy them as a simple snack. For those with a sweet tooth, frozen banana slices blended together create a creamy, ice cream-like treat without the sugar overload. Regularly including bananas in your diet doesn't just restore electrolyte balance. It supports long-term leg strength and endurance. So, the next time your legs tighten or feel heavy, remember that something as simple as a banana can make a real difference. And while bananas round out today's list of powerful fruits, here's the bigger picture. Staying strong and active in older age isn't about one single food. It's about the habits you build every day. The choices you make at the table today will shape the strength you carry into tomorrow. Before we continue, I'd love to know where you're joining me from. Drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions you have. And don't forget to subscribe to Dr. Health and Fitness for more science-backed tips on healthy aging. Your legs will thank you. If you've made it this far, that tells me you truly care about keeping your body strong and healthy, and I want to thank you for watching all the way through. Now I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these fruits are you most excited to try first? And before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for Dr. Health and Fitness, so you never miss out on simple, science-backed tips that can keep your legs moving with energy and confidence every single day.